Hey friends, it's Shannon with A Free Spirit Life, and I posted a video that revealed my new affirmation deck arriving. And after I posted that video, I felt really vulnerable. I was feeling all kinds of feelings because, part of the creative process is facing our vulnerability. You get guided or get an inspiration or feel called to create something. It could be creating through the words that you share in the world, something you cook, something you try to grow in your garden, a photo that you take, a letter that you write, a poem, a book, a painting, these things that we create, and then we want to share them. And that is a very vulnerable process. And I think that's why so many of us shut down our creativity. Most of us long to express our true selves, but we find it scary. And therefore, we keep ourselves hidden. And I'm facing my vulnerability right now, even sharing this. But it feels right because it's authentic. It's how I'm feeling. And that's why I'm creating what I create, because it gets us in tune and connected with those vulnerable places that we tend to avoid looking at. But it's truly where your magic lives, and it is how you bring your power back in this lifetime. It's how you get to know your true self, because so much of our life is being pulled away from that. And we look to outside sources, whether it's our authority figures or our teachers or how we were raised or the culture in which we live in. And we all know that that's changing, ever changing. And it's can feel quite crazy and chaotic when we put our power outside of ourselves. When we find true peace is when we stand in our present power, when we connect to our authenticity, when we find the people that we feel safe with to be vulnerable with. So I hope that this message lands for whoever needs to hear it today, that I'm feeling vulnerable, putting myself and my creativity out there. It takes courage. And anyone that is putting yourself out there, speaking up when you feel like nervous to do so, speaking up on behalf of someone else who needs a hand, giving someone a compliment, writing a piece of poetry and sharing it with someone. Whatever you are doing, you are here to be a creator. You are here to express your true self and discover what that is and what that looks like to you. And it is a very vulnerable practice, because so often we've been taught to follow the herd. We've been taught to stay small. And this is not the time for that anymore. We are learning how to heal those creative wounds, the wounds that have kept us small, and getting a call, and kept us from trying new things, kept us from being our true selves, kept us from expressing our creative energy in the world. So know if you feel vulnerable, I am right there with you, and I celebrate you, and I am cheering you on. And anyone that you see in your life who is doing it differently, who is asking questions, who's staying curious, who is reconnecting to their sense of wonder and awe, who is questioning everything they've ever been taught, and being open and available to unlearning, so that they can really remember and rediscover who they truly are and what their unique gifts are to share in this world, to celebrate. Honor that. Celebrate that. We don't want to tear that down anymore. We want to raise people up, empower them, and let them shine their authentic light. So that's my message for today as I'm revealing my deck of cards. Let's celebrate everyone who is on a path of self-discovery, everyone who's questioning their lives right now, everyone who feels like their life is falling apart and it's messy and imperfect, let's celebrate together, because that's true authenticity. And to be authentic in this world, it is vulnerable. We need our community. We need people who are right there with us. So if this resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me. You can send me a message. We need to celebrate and support each other. And I'm right here walking alongside you. When I created Your True Nature Affirmation Deck and I was writing the guidebook for this deck, if you look inside the box, it says, "Trust your heart, it knows the way." That is vulnerable, but that's what we're learning. That's this new era that we're in. That's the awakening process. We're tired of letting our crazy minds or the outside world dictate and guide us in life because it's madness. We want to go within and tune in with our hearts. So I created this deck. This is a stand for your daily cards. When you open the box, you can see that it comes with 44 cards that are inspired by nature. The colors of the rainbow all connect with earth, water, fire, air, space, your spirit, self, and source. And that's how I've designed these cards. So when you pick a card from the deck for the day, you can put it in the stand and display it. Doesn't work as well as I'm holding it. There you go. Display it for the day as your daily reminder. This deck, you can think of it as that trusted friend, that person or that thing that has your back as you're building courage, as you're discovering who you are, as you're facing your vulnerabilities. So it's a companion for your self-discovery journey. As I was writing this book, 111 pages, it turned out, synchronistically, because I love that number. As I was writing this book, every page goes along with one of the cards, and it has an explanation, and it has some reflections or journal prompts, affirmations to help uplift you. And I thought of it like a guidebook on a nature path. So that's kind of the intention. I was thinking about what I was feeling today, and I was like, gosh, I really need to get into nature. That's why I turn to nature when I'm feeling down, when I'm feeling confused, when I'm feeling vulnerable, when I'm feeling stuck in my head, when I feel old patterns creeping up. I want to tune in with my heart, and I go to nature to do that. So I think of us walking along a nature path together. This is the guidebook. The cards are your inspiration. And it just is that reminder that you are here to shine your light. It does feel vulnerable, but you can do it. You have this innate courage in you that is guiding you to these, even listening to these words. You are not alone. You are not alone on this journey. There are so many of us now awakening to this idea that we are unique, and we want to be unique, and we want to be messy and imperfect and shine our authentic light and take our power back and be who we're here to be and celebrate those unique gifts. But sometimes just having this little tool, whether it's breath, turning to the trees, calling a friend, connecting in community, finding your like-minded people who get you, having a little guidebook on your nature walk. It just reminds you that you are not alone and that you have all the tools. You have everything that you need within you. That's what all of this is, and why I created deck after deck after deck. I have all these Your True Nature decks because your true nature is one of courage. It is one of authenticity. It is one of compassion and abundance and joy and peace and love. We are not separate from nature. That was something we were taught that we're here now to unlearn so that we can return to our true nature and be the unique part of the puzzle piece of life, not be the same. We're not here to be the same. We're here to celebrate our diversity, celebrate our differences, and come into unity consciousness. So if this speaks to you, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for seeing me in my vulnerability, because sharing these right now feels like, a little piece of my heart is going out there, and I don't know how it's going to be received. I don't know how it's going to spark others, but I trust in it. I've been guided in it. I know that my intention is love. My intention is to share and spread unconditional love and just be a spark on your path that just makes you feel better, that reminds you of your inner brilliance, that helps you remember how freaking amazing you are. Your true essence, your true nature is what is here to guide you in life. So, like the box says, trust your heart. Follow your heart. Find the courage to go there. It knows the way, even though it feels vulnerable, uncomfortable, and scary. Do it. You're not alone in this. And go celebrate the people who are doing it because they're feeling really vulnerable, whether they have to speak up or do a presentation or serve a meal that they've never served before, right? We are all here to express ourselves, and we want to be kinder to ourselves as we're doing it. Let go of that inner critic. That is part of the creative process, is to follow our courage, to follow our hearts, to do it anyways, even if it's scary, and to celebrate ourselves. And with that celebration, with that self-compassion, we're way more compassionate to others. We stop judging. We stop pointing fingers. We stop saying they're good and they're bad. We're all a part of this oneness. We all want to be seen, want to be heard, want to belong. So let's keep doing that, and it starts with your inner world. It starts with you taking really good care of you, being kind to yourself. Treat yourself and your creative and sweet, loving heart with tenderness. I'm saying that to myself as much as I'm saying it to you. So with that, thank you so much for being here. My decks are for sale. If you would like to support my Etsy shop, you can see the link. If you know of someone who's in need of just some upliftment, these make really great gifts. This just shines a little light into someone's life, but it's a little piece of joy. Every card is like a little mini piece of art that you can pick one day at a time and post. And I have a feeling it's going to touch you in some way. And let me know if it does, because that will really touch me also. Be well, my friend. Thanks for listening, and keep taking that next creative, courageous step. You and your dreams and your creativity and your energy matter. We need you in this world. We need your pure, authentic self-expression. Even if it's messy, go for it. You got this. Thanks for listening, and I will see you soon.